Hello and welcome to the next upload from Legoland, California. Now we are just leaving the deep sea adventure that is available in its own upload. That is the underwater ride with the fish, and it has an incredible pub wall in the actual shop as well. So that's all available in a separate upload. Now we've got lots and lots to have a look from. So we've got everything from ice cream that we've just seen just there, all the way to smoked barbecue and all the rides that are in between. Now there is a lot this land has to offer. So this is the kingdom / knights or castle section, depending on what way you want to look at it. But we can see here there is a huge play area. Can't get too close because it was packed like it should have been, full of little ones. So if you do take smaller ones to this area or to this amusement park, there is lots and lots of the bigger ones and the smaller ones to do. But if you are from the UK and you've been to Legoland Windsor, that play area is bigger than what is located between the Pirates and Kingdom section, which we have seen in uploads, because when I've been there in the past, it was completely empty. Now they do have a lot of pay to plays on this side of the land, but depending on what way you come in, there are actually 2 ways in and 2 ways out of this park. So if you come in the other way, you obviously walk past what is a huge dragon roller coaster, and it is very impressive. It's a half decent speed. It's sort of in between a lot of the others. Dubai seemed to be turned up a little bit. Germany roller coaster was probably the quickest out of everything. Billund is not too bad. Windsor just sort of ticks over. So I've managed so far to go on every single dragon roller coaster ride at every single Legoland park. So that is a box that I've managed to tick. Now what is also a slight difference within this land, it's not just the size and the sort of variety of different bits and pieces, but they also have lots of models dotted everywhere. Some of them I've not seen before, and some of them are in just different locations, like these pigs, for example, and what they're in. I've seen both of these individually, but I've never seen them together within this section. So I've seen the cage in Dubai and the pigs we have at Windsor located in a different area. Now this is the smokehouse, so this is the barbecue. Underneath that you can see all the different types of wood that they use. So you've got the oak and different bits and pieces like that. Now I do believe we're about to then move around and pan around to what is the jousting ride. Now they don't have this at Windsor, but they do have this in Germany, I think. So this is the little horse thing that you sit on and you just go around, and there are lots of different models for the little ones to have a look at, which is a really nice thing. Now this model I have seen before. Last time I saw this, I do believe it was at Legoland Dubai, because it was right beside the restaurant they had there, but they didn't have the sausages wrapped around the neck on that one, so that is a slight different on this one. But there are loads and loads of models dotted around this whole area. So you've got a big sat down place and a big seat in as well for the eatery. Now as we pan up in a second, you'll see that you've got lots and lots of different pieces to have a look at in the windows. You've got the big dragon, you've got the other models like that. Now we are going to have a very quick look at the inside. It was literally in, out, done, so pause it if you need to. That is the size of the restaurant, and that's all you're getting, because that is all I could film, because what I didn't realise is I was about to join the queue and there was no way of me actually getting back out again, and it was really annoying. So that is all you get. But you've got the stage, so you can see that you've got the nice castle with the stage in front of it. That is something that they do not, I've never seen at any of the other parks. Obviously they do have entertainment at the other parks, but I've never seen a specific stage for the castle section before. And then you've got photo opportunities absolutely everywhere within this section of the park. For this, for example, so you can stand there, big one, small one, doesn't make a difference. You can step back and get a nice photo, and that is what it will look like. So there could be multiple ones if you want to. I do like the fact that you've got all the different castle, the knights and the swords and everything, and the sort of helmets all at the back, and then you've got this trio doing what it's doing at the back there as well. And then of course you've got all the emblems dotted around on their shields and up on the wall. It does look very effective. So you've got all the different logos and the team colours, shall we say, which is always nice to see. And it is obviously a very popular theme with a lot of people, and obviously with the Lego Castle coming out the other year as well, I think that's been selling well. So it'd be very interesting to see how Lego move forward with this theme, because it is a very big area in every single theme park. And they also do a lot at every single hotel room as well, and they even have obviously the Legoland Castle hotels. So it kind of makes sense that Lego bring back this theme, because it just worked well selling it at the different Legoland parks, and I think it will sell very well, because it's just a nice thing that all of the little ones want. They want to run around with the shields, they want to run around with the swords. That's the stuff that they sell at the parks, but there's no real sets to go with. But you can see you've got the blacksmith. That is another set that they have just discontinued. That was a Lego Icon set. That did look very smart indeed, and we are still walking around. So like I said, there's lots of different models to have a look at, lots of different photo opportunities to have a look at, which again is completely different to any of the other parks I've seen. Then they have, again, some more pay-to-plays in the middle. Wrapped all around the outside is another eatery, and you've also got your toilet, and it's also the queue lines. You can see here that is the exit and entry for the Dragon roller coaster, that which did look very, very impressive, because normally, like you have to at Legoland Windsor, for example, you walk over the drawbridge and then you walk into the shops and then you enter the ride, whereas with here it is all combined in one grounds of the castle. So it made it out that you were walking through a kingdom market, which I think worked very well. But you can see where the exit was. Now we're about to have a look at the Dragon entrance. And I think this is a little bit of an Easter egg to the Nexo Knights, because I think they used to have a Nexo Knights land here, and all they've done is they've just dotted that in there, and they've left that in there as a bit of an Easter egg, because I think that was a very, very bad failure and for a theme, which is a little bit of a shame, because they pulled out all of that. They had I think they had a TV show that didn't do very well. I don't think the set sold very well. They did look impressive, but nothing seemed to sell, and they just pulled the plug on it. Whereas with the Kingdom stuff, which is a land that they have all over, and you can see the Dragon roller coaster in the background. You can see this is actually the queue line that we're walking through now. To the right hand side, so we are in the queue line now, and there is like a picnic area just to the right hand side, which we will be having a look at in a little bit, where you can actually get some nice photos of friends and family, or just the actual roller coaster track itself going around. So obviously with the weather, I'm assuming it doesn't tend to rain here at all, because there is no shelter for the queue line outside. And then I thought, well, the queue's then going to be massive on the inside, because normally it is, because you queue up on the castle on the inside, and it wasn't. So the bit of shelter that you see now is all the rest of the queue line, and then you just jump straight onto the ride. You are literally by the entrance of the track. So there are massive differences with regards to the layout of the queue lines, because if you've caught the Billund queue line, you're not outside that long. You've got a lot of zigzags on the inside, but there is a huge amount of animatronic models for you to have a look at on the inside of that one. Whereas Windsor and Dubai are basically like for like. You walk up the flight of stairs and you walk around the castle, but you then do get a very nice view of an aerial shot of the actual land itself. So again, massive differences, but that's it, we're there. So it was a big surprise for me, but the inside of this did look very, very impressive. Again, the actual ride they're all the same. You go through, you have all of your nice bits and pieces with all the different models, then you hit the track, and then you just come back in. But I'm sure each one, they have a different story that they tell, and the models did look very, very impressive in here. And obviously this park has been open 24 years, I think, so I'm not too sure when this track and this roller coaster was added, but the actual models are in very, very good condition. They did not have a junior apprentice coaster like they do in other theme parks, but they do take you into what is a very, very impressive shop with a very good mix of Lego sets, socks, clothing, t-shirts, and a very good display, which we'll be having a look at, because there is the Lion Knight's castle, and they've also used the 3-in-1 castle on display, which is something I have never seen at any other Legoland park before, and it's really nice to see. They do have this room to do this at Legoland Windsor, but I don't think, well, they haven't done it since I've been last. I am going to try and get there very, very soon into the new season when that opens up, before it gets too busy. But you can see they've got these big models sweating away in the middle, and it's obviously, that is a Lego brick built model. It's not a big plastic mold with all of the other swords that you can buy. And then this looked insane. This would be something I would love to do. 3-in-1 set at the front. You've got the castle opened up at the back. Now, it is enormous when it is open, and you can see that they've just used every single one of the 3-in-1s. So you've got all 3 of those, and then they've got the giveaway purchase in the front left. So that was a giveaway at one point, which is the one that I think I actually have, which I'm happy about. And there's another one in there which I didn't get, which is the forestry giveaway purchase. So if you've got that one, and this is now giving you ideas for a display, but the back is what sold me. You open it up, you've got the tiles that are down, you've got the 2 types of tan, and it's just how they've got it at that angle. That is a perfect display for what I want to do for a theme park area. And all they've done is they've just added in the seatery, and the sat down picnic tables, and they've just added in the minifigures at the back. But what I really appreciate is you've got little games that you can play in the back, because it said I Spy, and you've got to look for the different bits and pieces. Then at the front, it tells you every single set that is included within this display, and then they give you the set number. Then obviously you can go off and pick it up and buy it if you want to, but you can see they've got the dragon down at the bottom. It's just a very, very nice touch, and they did that at the big shop as well. So they did all these kind of displays. By far, this theme park, this Legoland park at California, has the best displays I have seen yet. But maybe this might be their new way of doing it, because this was the last park that I've gone to. So hopefully I'll be very, very pleasantly surprised when I go back to Billund, Windsor, and all the other parks in Europe when they all reopen back up again. And they've changed their ways of displaying bits and pieces, because it did look incredible, and it did give you loads of ideas, and it sort of made you want to buy multiple sets. So it did the job, basically. And of course, you've got all of the Legoland exclusive sets here, so you can see that you had the big ones that we've seen plenty of times before in all of the other videos. But there is a lot in quite a small area. And then there is also something for everybody to have a look at. And the members of staff, again, were very, very chatty. They're very, very helpful and friendly. And they were messing around with the bug machines, and they're keeping the little ones entertained. And again, it's just the detail that they've got in all of these models. And they've mixed and matched different bits and pieces. So you can see that this is more of a... I'm trying to think what the actual terminology for that one is. It's annoying me, but you can see that you've got the little dragon at the bottom, which did look very, very cute, and you can see it's just got the little shop with the handheld sign, and you've got this one that is holding everything with all the different bits and pieces at the back. Now, moving on, you can see nice theming. You got all the beautiful weather as well. You really couldn't have picked a better day to go. It was super clear. Shorts and t-shirt at certain points, and it was shorts and hoodies basically for the rest of the day. That back to the entrance of the dragon. So you can see what I did. I walked underneath the entrance. Now if you turn right, there is a building area where you can see you've got a sat down area as well, and then you can get a good look at the coaster that is going around. Obviously when you watch it back, it looks a lot slower than what it actually is. This one, like I said, it was middle paced. It's not supposed to be a massive theme park. If you're interested in having a look at the massive roller coasters, head over to the Universal Studios playlist and Islands of Adventure from Florida and California, and you've got all of the mega roller coasters on there. Those things are scarily big. But you can see you've got the Royal Joust, so you can see that is nice theming at the top. Again, lots and lots of Lego built bits and pieces with all of the bigger plastic molds. It's a really, really good mix. Now you've got some more shops. You've got another chicken crown. So again, if you want to pick up your bits and pieces, you can do. Loads and loads of opportunity to eat. And then we start to move on to the next section of the park. Now, I do believe there used to be something else around here, which we will be exploring in much greater detail in the full uncut upload, where I just walk from section to section. We do everything, because I am obviously cutting different bits and pieces out when we're doing it land by land. So within here, you've got your little photo opportunities, because this was filmed over a Christmas period, so if you wanted to, you can sit yourself down and get your photo taken. Now if you carry on walking to the left hand side, that is where you get to the next land. Now here, everything that we are looking at now, so you've got these models, everything behind it used to be another ride. Now all they've done is they've just kept all the zigzag path in, and they've just added in some benches. Now the ride looked enormous, so you could see what it used to be. The grass, I do believe, is where the ride used to be, and then you can see how the queue line worked, because you zigzag round, and you can, when we do believe in the uncut version, we will have a look at the entrance and exit. But there is your two queue lines. That's your black bit with the railings. That's where you would queue up, and then you'll go inside. So I do believe it used to be what they had at Legoland Billund, and it was the make your own ride up. They've just sort of kept it open, so I don't know if they're going to do anything there again in the future, but they do have lots and lots of room to expand, which is what they're currently doing at the entrance of the park to the left-hand side. But within each zone, they also have opportunities to do more bits and pieces. But I'd have been very interested to have known what the ride would have entailed. But that is it. I am done. So in the comments below, you can let us know how this land compares to your local Legoland park. And is it better, worse, or is it on par? Let us know also what your local park is from around the world. But guys, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.